Hi everyone, it's Rochie and welcome 2021. Yes, Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you're having a good start for 2021, and I'm sure this session or this episode will be very helpful for all of us because 2020 has been a crazy year for us. All of us has been have been hurt. I think whether financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and to welcome 2021, you to all, I want all of us to have a year filled with healing. Yes, we are going to talk about healing tonight, guys, and we're also going to have a meditation during the show. So please stick around until the last minute of the episode, okay? So, without further ado, I want to introduce to you our guest for tonight. She's been a longtime friend, but before I talk about that, I want to tell you what she's doing right now. She is a life coach and a certified Reiki healer. So, guys, let's all welcome my very good friend, Jenny Umali. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, good evening and good morning and good afternoon here in California. I'm so excited.
Yes, we have.
Finally, it's been a long time. It's long overdue. I've been wanting to be part of your show.
Yes, welcome to Getting Candid with Rochie.
Amazing. Thank you so much for inviting me to share this beautiful session with you and to all the people who's watching us right now.
Okay, guys, so if you have any questions, because this is live, don't forget, just make sure to type in your comments so that we could give you a shout out and also we could answer your questions in real time. So let's get started. Well, Jenny has been a friend of mine for probably since
All your life.
all her life, right? I've known her from during I think grade school days
Yeah.
because actually her sister is my batchmate and one of my best friends. So I've
Uh,
seen Jenny in her school uniform as well. And I've seen the transformation all these years. And for one weird reason, right now, I think we communicate more than my best friend,
yes.
your sister, right?
Yeah.
Because we have a show.
Yeah, and not only that, like for some reason, there's a very good connection between you and me. I think it's been like 2 years now, right? So
Yes.
I'm really happy that I also see you grow, like in spirit, and not just being a beautiful and amazing mother and a wife, but now you have your own show. And I know that in the beginning, you're so scared to do this. In the
Yes.
beginning, you're like, Jenny, should I do this? And then you ask for again a confirmation and approval, and I said go for it. And then here you are. I think you're already on your third season or
No,
second season.
second
Second
season.
season. Yes, congratulations. And of course, I'm
Thank
very also happy that up to now it's going to be close to 1 year that we are still having fun doing Expose and Express live. So yes, this is just so amazing. Thank you, and thank you so much, everybody, for watching us right now, and to all the people who would watch the replay.
Yes, thank you. So, for those of you who are in YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button so that you won't miss another episode of Getting Candid with Rochie. Anyway, here's my first question, Jenny, because we are being candid. Before you became a life coach and a spiritual healer, who is Jenny Umali?
Sometimes when people ask me who is Jenny Umali, and I think this goes for everybody as well, it's so hard to describe yourself, right? But I believe I can really truly say that I'm a very loving and responsible mother. Okay, so I think before being a life coach, before being successful in my spiritual field, I think what really gave me an inspiration to do this job and career and to be a better person is because of me being a mother of my three beautiful children. And not just a mother, it's really hard being a single mother of three,
Yes.
and you want to give them a very comfortable life. And so let's go back, like before being a mother, I'm actually also, I believe that partly of me being a good mother is because of my mother and my father, who raised me very well to be loving and kind and respectful. I think it's basically all of those things, the good traits that I have right now. I can say I'm very proud to say that it's also because of my parents who really raised me well.
Oh, that's so sweet. Jenny's always sweet. But for those of you who are in the Philippines, maybe you're wondering, wait up, her name is very familiar. Or for those of you who are in the US but grew up in the Philippines, maybe around the 80s and the 90s, you said her name is very, very familiar. Well, before Jenny moved here in the US, she is actually an actress, a singer, and a model. So you should have seen her face in commercials, on TV, or on print. And if you're on It Bulaga as well, she was actually the very first beautiful girl winner, right, Jenny?
I for, why? How come I forgot to tell you that? So yeah, so before I was very young, then I was 13 years old when I started in show business, and I really love my job. And again, that really helped me with my personal growth, with my spiritual growth as well. You wouldn't believe it, but the strength, the confidence that I think that I have right now is also because of at an early age, I got into this crazy world of show business, and that really made me choose the life that I want. Life is so easy then, when you're young, you can just enjoy. So in the beginning, I thought I was just really playing around. I didn't know that I was working until my mom and my dad, my parents actually told me already that I'm being very helpful in terms of financial. And, all of us, their children, we're helping each other in the house. So I'm very thankful that at an early age, I was able to give back, give back the love, whatever, or the support, the responsibility, together with my other siblings.
I know, because you are actually a big family,
Yes,
right?
we're five. So I have four more siblings, and then of course my mom and my dad, and let's include all our dogs, pa. But yeah, so I really love it. Anything that I do, whatever it is that I do, whether it's like a radio host, a singer, or an actress, a model, I really enjoy what I'm doing. I really love my job all the time. So I always want to make sure that I'm doing my best. So at the end of the day, I don't regret it. So sometimes, like, even if I'm sick, the show must go on. And yeah, the being a host now online actually helped me a lot because people, the Rochie, you know what? People didn't know that I have so full of insecurities way back then. I was
Oh,
on
really?
podcast like behind the stage, behind the scene. I am so I have lack of confidence. I'm so insecure about myself, about my weight, about my look, and people didn't know because every time they see me or look at me or even here on Facebook, they would see that, oh, she's always like ready, photo ready, picture ready. Guys, you don't know what I've been through. Let me just share a little bit of my insecurities then, and my lack of confidence. I was actually bulimic then. Yeah.
Oh, you see,
Yeah,
now that's one thing I didn't know.
yeah, I struggle with my weight all the time. Even if I'm 98 pounds, I feel like I'm still heavy. Because when you're on TV, you actually weigh 10 pounds
It's more.
more. So for some, as a model, for some reason, I feel like I'm not competing with anybody. I know that I'm doing my best, especially when, of course, you're paid to act, you're paid to
Yeah.
do all these things, right? But yeah, so behind all those smiles and amazing photos and movies and TV shows, yeah, that was my struggle. And I think that also one of the reason why I I shift or I embrace my job now is because I said, I just really want to be me this time. And I know some people also, some actors also feel the same way, and I'm not alone.
Because I think it's also the pressure as a culture, like growing up in the Philippines, or even not just in the Philippines, in Asia. Because that's one thing I learned or learned to appreciate is back in Asia, we have these standards of you have to be this skinny, you
Mm.
have to be of this color, your
Mhm.
hair should be like this,
So long on my hair.
you know, like everything. Because like for me, I'm already fortunate that I'm a little fairer on the fairer side, but
Mhm.
growing up, I have naturally dark brown hair. It's not black, and at
Ah.
that time, in the Philippines, your hair should be long, straight, and black. So
Yes, that's so.
everybody, like everybody would be like, oh, she's probably what do you call that in Filipino, we call it taga dagat, or like you live by the ocean, or like a
Because of
fisherman's
the blood.
daughter. Yeah, because the hair was bleached, like it's sun
Yes,
bleached.
true. Yeah.
And then it's funny because after I went back to the Philippines, like I think it was 2 years or 3 years ago, I'm having a haircut, and then one of the guys who's doing my haircut, the guy was doing, and he's like, "Oh, sister, your hair is very pretty. Who did your hair color?" Because he was like saying it's so natural. Your highlights are so natural, and then he realized after looking through my roots, oh my God, you have naturally brown hair. I never, and I'm like, you only appreciate it now that
Yes.
I'm. But when I was growing up, it was really hard. I
Yeah.
mean, here in the US, I think we are more tolerant or more
Open.
accepting
More open.
on the concept of beauty, like even in the weight, in the size.
Yeah,
But
I think more of like really liberated in a way. But when I became a life coach and a healer here, I was actually surprised, and I thought, just like you, I thought that we are more conservative in the Philippines, that we are more conscious of our body, of our looks, of our hair, and then learning that at an early age, like as early as 8 years old here, I have a client, and her daughter is actually already conscious about her looks. So I think what happened here is because the social media is like a just click away. So we have all these um, images that we want to follow, right? So in fairness, when I was very young, when I was still working as an actress, I didn't really have much issues with people talking to me about how I look and whatnot. It's my own battle. It's me from within. It's my issue. And when people say that, hey, you know what? You have nice hair. You have nice smile. Your face is pretty. You're pretty. And I was really asking myself, are these people real? They don't see me. They don't see
mm,
me. And I don't like putting makeup on. I don't want to brush my hair. I would just like wake up. Even my sisters would tell me like, "Hey, can you please at least put powder on your face and lipstick?" And I said no. And my mom, she's always the vain one. She likes to dollars up, right?
mhm.
So it's so hard for me because I'm the type of person that would just really want simple. Like I don't have time for all of that. I'd rather like listen to music, read my books. I'm super geeky. Like nobody really knows. They thought that I'm the kikay one or the fashionista one. I'm just glad that my sister, she first became a model before me.
You.
So
Yeah.
I saw her and I said, she's naturally a goddess. She's really pretty. Jane
Yeah.
Umali,
Oh, Jane is.
she's a goddess. That's how I looked at her. And I said, I cannot compete with her height. She's 5'9" and I'm 5'6". And so I'm glad that she's into more modeling stint. And
Yeah.
she's an international model. And I'm a commercial model, so I'm more of like into TV and whatnot, you know. So I really had a good time also growing up, seeing her, how fashionable, how beautiful she is. And mind you, she's also simple.
Yeah.
But when you dressed her up, she's totally like a Barbie doll.
I
Her
know.
so small, her smile, her skin, deadly,
And
deadly.
even her body until
Her body
now.
after now, right? But see, with me, I'm not even insecure about that, but it's me. I feel like I needed to. I don't want to gain weight. I want to. It's all about insecurities from within. Yeah. And then you know what, Rochi? The good thing about this is that eventually I embrace my spirituality. I embrace basically just me being me. And then I became more loving to myself. And I accepted compliments already. And like before, I don't even know how to say thank you because I don't believe them. And so I started being grateful and say just thank you, thank you. Oh, your hair is great. Thank you, thank you. Before I'm like, oh no, I didn't even take a shower. I don't accept compliments. It's so hard. It's so
I know.
hard to just push those positive uh, comments away because eventually you attract that within you like oh yeah maybe I'm really so negative and
Yes.
I shifted that around. I shift that energy around and that's what
Yeah.
I'm good at. Shift the negative energy to positive energy.
Actually, you know what? I remember what yeah, I remember one video from what you said because I work a lot with teenagers and preteens because of being a drama parent in my children's school, right? And middle school and high school is the awkward stage. That's when some kids started to grow up fast, some are late bloomers, some are learning to take care of themselves, some are not. And one thing I really notice about the kids is that most of them, they cannot accept if you give them a compliment.
Yeah.
They would give you that weird face like,
Ah.
what's the catch? What's the next thing you're gonna tell me?
That's right.
Or there was even one video. It's not from our school, but it's in a different school. There was one beautiful, I would say, girl of color.
Uh-huh.
Like but she's. I would say she's on the big side, and with but like I would say, but she's very pretty. But you know what? At her age, I think she's about maybe 5'7" at that time, and she's like a big and tall girl, right? In middle school, which is tough. So when somebody said, "You know what? You're so beautiful," she's just like, "What are you talking about?"
I
You
know.
know?
Yeah. Well, I guess, Rochi, let me tell you, when I started being an actress, I was 13 years old. So I was in high school. And I just graduated. Actually, I just graduated grade school then. And so I was so excited to be in high school. I want to have friends. I want to enjoy it. But then I didn't grow up like that. So I didn't really enjoy having friends in school. And I remember there's this one school that I actually went to, and I was bullied. I was by my own teachers and what maybe they don't even know. And they said that, you know what, you don't belong here, actors don't belong here, celebrities don't belong here. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I I'm so young then. But then another thing, I think one of the reasons why also why I became bulimic or I had issues with I have eating disorders then is because I really just want to grow as a simple teenager.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm so blessed. I'm so
Yes.
blessed to be in that kind of job because not everybody's given an opportunity to be in my shoes. I was really active in modeling, especially commercial, right? And so,
Yes.
like again, at the end of the day, I would always like think of the positive side. Like, yeah, maybe these people, this my batchmates or my schoolmates, they're just really jealous of what I was doing. Again, I didn't know about this until now, like recently, until I get to talk to my clients, I get to talk to my life coach, until I get to talk to my healers as well. So, see, those are the things that the, piling up. You don't even know. You don't even know that as a kid, as a teenager, we also have to connect to them. As parents, we have to connect to them. We should know how they feel. We just don't have to ask them how they are. Sit with them and talk to them. I'm
Mhm.
so happy that my mom and my dad would always ask me to sit with them and just talk to them. They allow me. Then I became very talkative because um, I was so scared to like speak, especially when I was in first year high school. Yeah,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
I freed myself when I moved into another school, and so I'm so happy.
Well, that's good. But you know what? Going back to 2020, like 2020 has been a crazy year for all of us.
Very.
Some people, I know most of us were hurt. That's what I said earlier. Financial, some are financial, some are spiritual, some are physical, some are emotional, you
All
know,
of it.
all of it. And then one thing that I learned in 2020, which makes it really hard for most people, is that most of the past hurts that we have, it all came back at 2020 because we were stuck home. We were, like, because before, when we say hurt people, one of the mechanisms of a defense mechanisms of a hurt person is to,
Right, people.
yeah, hurt people, or sometimes they just engage in their work so much. They
Mm,
want to be
right.
busy. They want to, like for me, I would say yes, I do have some issues, past hurts and that one. But being a mom, I would put all this, all the schedules of the kids are there. So we barely have, before the pandemic, we barely have time to really sit down, relax, and think what is going on
Yeah.
because of all the schedules. So when 2020 came, like, all the schools are closed. Sometimes you don't even have work, or you're
Mm,
all, and then you're not even allowed to go to the grocery store. We're only allowed to go to the grocery store, but
we're
that's
stuck.
it. So the only thing you got is yourself, home, and you're like, my calendar is empty. What
Ah,
will I do? And then
yeah.
I think at that time, that's when it hurts us more because we have to face the reality of
Yes.
what we are, where we are, and
Yeah.
then some people say, what do you want? And then that's the question now. It's like, what do I want?
And,
Because the calendar is empty.
yeah. And
So,
then what's next, right?
well, what's next? And then everything is still uncertain. You can't make a plan because you don't know. Like, you can't go to a restaurant because all restaurants are closed. You can't travel because, sorry, like, Americans are not allowed in our country, like in our country, or so those things. So anyway, for you as a healer, what do you think are some of the major hurdles
Mm.
why people cannot heal?
Well, okay, so let me just say that 2020 has been good and bad, right?
Mhm.
So again, it's we have a different perspective in life. We have a different mindset when it comes to situations. So what happened with the 2020? It triggers all of us. Every inch of our soul and emotions, it triggered the core of our beliefs, of our lives, all of it. And then at the same time, that also gives you a realization whether to lean into negative or lean into positive or lean into old earth and new earth. I'll probably be using a lot of like spiritual terms, but let me just make it very simple for everybody. 2020 is how you really make it. 2020 is how do you want to remember 2020? And yes, I cannot deny, I cannot tell you that 2020 has been amazing. No, I was depressed. It was March 18 when I found, well, March 17 when we were
Lockdown.
asked to stay at home. And March 18 was my birthday last year. And I was expecting a huge party or at least, a grand vacation, like trip to Arizona, trip to Las Vegas, all of these beautiful plans and dreams. And then they said we cannot do anything like that. So I was depressed, and then I said maybe just like 1 month. Honestly, like 1 month, and then I started talking to you guys, and I said, you know what? Hey, we need to rise above the situation. What is it? So instantly, I knew that the things that's going on in this beautiful world has something to do with our awakening. And as a
Mhm.
healer, I am not a magician. I am not a genie. I'm not God. What
Yeah.
I am here for is to ask God for your healing and ask your angels to help you as well. It's like to pray over for you. And then they're going to channel that energy to me. I have the ability to connect, right? But we always have that healing power within you already. So what the healer does is that we turn it on. And when we
Mhm.
turn it on, the sad thing about the sad thing being a healer is that when we tell you the truth will always hurt you.
Yes.
The truth will always hurt you, but I'm not here to play around. I'm here to tell you the truth so that you can heal, so that you can be useful, so that you can also heal other people. This is what I always tell others and people. Healed people heal people. Hurt people hurt
Hurt
people.
people.
Simple
Mhm.
as that. So if you want to heal people, you want to make sure that you are helping yourself to understand what's within you. What is it that I'm going through? Is it about the 2020%? No, even 2020, we already have issues and problems
Issues
in
before.
life. So it's not about this year. It's not about COVID. It's not about the pandemic. It's not about 2020. It's not about being like in this government. It's not about that. It's about you. How do you want to take good care of your life as you, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. I agree with you on that because
Visitors here, yeah.
yeah. Hi visitors.
We're live.
We're live.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. And we're live on Facebook. Yeah.
And we're announcing Sinigang.
Oh my God, seriously. This is one of the perks of working at home is that you have best friends in your home that's bothering you while you're doing Facebook Live.
And yes, this is what life is all about.
Yes. And actually, they did it purposely. So anyway, so going back, guys, so 2020 is how you really want to make it. It's a make it or break it thing, honestly, right? So do
Mhm.
you think things will change this year, 2021? It's up to you. It's up to you.
Mhm.
And yes, I'm very much willing and happy to help you, but I cannot help you if you're not going to help yourself. So it's going to be useless if you ask someone to assist you, guide you, and help you if you're not really open to doing it on your own. So 2020 for me has been a blessing and also not a blessing. Why? Because it pains me, it hurts me knowing that a lot of people passed away because of this.
Yes.
And we struggle. No food, no nothing, that's zero. Literally, God in the universe shook us like, hey, wake
Yes.
up. What's going on? right?
Yeah.
And another the reason why I love 2020 is that I saw a lot of people embraced each other. I saw a lot of people prayed for each other. And I saw a lot of people who are now awakened and embracing their spirituality even more. And that excites me. That excites
Yes.
me, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, Rochie, how was your 2020?
Actually, I would say it was amazing.
Yes.
Amazing because this what I this what I mentioned earlier. When as a busy mom, my calendar is always full. Every minute counts. And when that thing was taken from me, I started to ask myself, what do I really want?
Yes.
And that, because at that time it's like no school, no activities, empty. So when I was that empty, I've never been that empty, I would say, um for years. For because even though I was in, you know me, back in school, back in high school, elementary, I'm always that busy person.
Yeah.
Like academics, extracurricular. I'm a planner,
You're still
right?
busy. You still cook a lot. I saw your Instagram post. You're always cooking. You do vlogs. But I think I know what you're saying. I think what you're saying is that all of a sudden it
It's
became stagnant. It became plain for you.
it was plain. No, because before it's like I cook because the kids need it because they need to go to school. I need to feed them. All of a sudden they're home. If there's food in there, they're alive. It's not gonna kill them if I don't prepare five different menus.
Yeah.
If there's cereal in there, they're alive. We're happy because some people can't even have cereal.
Yes. That's
If you look at the other side of the world or something like that. So,
yeah.
and then for them, they are not that hungry most of the time because they're not moving.
Yes.
So they're like,
I don't have, I don't, I have adult kids, so, and they're not here. They have their own places now, but I totally understand
yeah.
you. But Roger,
So
let me just add this, ha. Um, Another good stuff, another good reasons why 2020 should be somehow, we have to be grateful for that.
mhm,
Because some people they lost family members, some people lost their loved ones, right?
yeah,
And you're intact, our
yes,
family is intact. This is not being selfish. And what are you going to do since you're whole, since you're the one who's complete, you're happy, you're grateful, you're amazing, you're not damaged, so what are you going to do, right?
yes.
That's the biggest question for everybody. Are you just gonna look at these people die? Are you just gonna look at them and say, "Oh, I feel bad for you. I hope you feel better"? No, they don't need that. They don't need that. They need you to listen to their cries. They need you to
Yes.
listen to how they feel. When they run on Facebook, just let them be
Hmm.
because you don't know how they feel. Let me tell you, I'm guilty because every time I see people, this was not during the pandemic, way back when people like talk things about their problems on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my God, these guys are being so negative. Can
Hmm.
you just talk to somebody and talk to them and rant and say something? And then I realized, no, 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 they needed to vent out. They needed to say it. They needed to say something like that. Now, you also know if this person is very negative. The more that you need to touch them, the more that you need to talk to them. If they don't stop posting all this negative government, food, clothes, all of this,
Toilet paper.
papers, they need that. Because I'd rather read all their rants on Facebook than seeing them, or they're not seeing them cry, or
Hmm.
finally one day know that they don't exist anymore, right? So I
Mhm.
want you to be patient. 2020 is, again, it's amazing and it's not. It's positive and negative. But
Yeah.
if you have the ability, if you have the strong faith, if you're strong enough to just say, just to smile and be kind to one of your 5,000 friends, do it. Do it. You have
Yes.
nothing to lose. You're at home.
Yeah. And that's why they're friends, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And actually, that's one thing also that I loved about 2020 is that I learned to go back to basics.
Oh, yes.
You know, like I'm just so happy driving, or I'm just
Yeah.
so happy being with the kids, because you know what? Actually, before 2020, around 2019, I'm already having this um issues with the kids, because they're starting to have their own social life. Their
Mhm.
extracurricular activities are different. Like I told you, I would be driving four kids to four different places. They have four different time slots. And there are times that normally we would have a family dinner at
Mhm.
7:30. Then
Mhm.
around late 2019, it's not possible because one needs to be in a rehearsal, one needs to be on this study group at that. And then I'm slowly feeling that, oh my goodness, they're all going to be gone. What happened to our family dinner time? And then
Oh, you have separation anxiety.
yes, and because I said, I want them to be like this, and they're all growing up, they're leaving, and then I'm looking at college application for my oldest, and this one, what happened? They barely know each other now, like the siblings, and then I felt so bad, but things are beyond my control, and then all of a sudden, one day you're all home, stuck home. And then it's actually it's almost a year now, almost a year that they are
Oh my gosh.
online learning. So they are all together for almost a year.
So how's their relationship with each other? Because siblings, they fight a lot, right? They
Well,
have misunderstandings a lot.
yes, I do
You
yeah,
encounter.
they have that one, but now I realize it's better because they could better appreciate each other.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
could they would want to fight. They will fight. Before they used to fight like 2 hours, 3 hours, like those long term. But
Ah,
now they can't do much of the fighting because they're sitting each other with their with their online learning. So they're
yeah.
like, that's it. Like, oh, you touch my stuff, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, that's it. I'm gonna get you later, but you know what? They will totally forget about it. So they're learning more to deal with each other.
It's like it's like, honey, you have no choice. This is my
Yes,
home too.
yeah. Like this one, like the other one's like, I don't want you sitting beside me. Well, you have no choice because it's either I'm on the couch because the other spots are taken already.
So it basically they're trapped. Yeah. Oh,
They are.
I remember, Rochie, you said that as a healer, as a Reiki, what will be the best healing approach? Did you ask that a
Oh,
while ago?
no, yeah, I'm gonna ask you that one since you said the word trap.
Yeah.
What can you say to those people who right now think that they are trapped? I mean, they want to change, they want to improve,
Yeah.
but they are still on that situation that they do not know what to do.
Well, again, it's knowing is important as well as activating what you already know. You have to act on what you already know, right? When you feel that you're trapped or you're stuck, it means that you need more assessment, self-check-in. What
Mhm.
is it? How do I feel? What's going on with me? And you cannot do it alone. You need to talk to somebody. You need to talk to a professional, whether it's a life coach, it's a health coach, therapist, psychologist, your friends, whatever that may be. Because you know what? When you feel that you're stuck and you're trapped about something, or there's something in you that you needed to let go, it's just there. All we need to do, as a life coach, all I have to do is to listen. All I have to do is to listen and ask just one thing. What is it that you want? Oh, I don't know what I want. Jenny, I don't know what I want. So that's the problem. Okay, what are you afraid of?
Mhm.
Because when you recognize the things that you are afraid of, meaning that that is what you want. I'm afraid that I might not be able to achieve my dreams because I'm not good enough. I'm this and this and that. I'm afraid that I won't be able to find a good job after this. Then, when you feel that these are those stops, the fears stop you from achieving your highest potential, that means that that's what you want so bad. So assessment is not looking at what you want. Oh, I want a house, I want a car. Of course, you want everything, right? But what is it most importantly? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of not having a family, not having children? Are you afraid of not having your own business? Or are you afraid of not having your own house? That means that these are the things that you want the most. And so, what you need to do is the minute you analyze all these fears, find it in your heart. You feel it in your heart. Feel the core of the pain. Then ask yourself, why am I afraid of that I won't be able to get this? Why am I afraid that I won't be able to have children or family? Are you doing something? Right? If
Mhm.
you're just going to sit there and think about your fears, then that's dead end. Then you're stuck. You're trapped. But if you already recognize your fears and you say, heck yeah, I'm so sick and tired of being afraid of not being a good mother or having a husband and stuck here in this relationship, toxic relationship, whatever that may be, whatever issues you have. There's so many issues in the world. You can choose one. Choose one. Focus on one thing. And then that's it. You have to act on it. Activate it. Okay, boom. I'm afraid that I won't be able to find a husband. Girl, are you dating? Are you mingling?
Are you
Do you are you doing something? Right?
are you
Even
going out at
are
least
you
of your
going
house?
yes, or in the garden. But you get what I mean. I'm afraid that I don't have money anymore. I'm afraid that I don't have money to pay my bills. Girl, are you doing anything? Boy, are you doing anything? Because you know what? God will always bless you. God will always give you something that you want. But the question is, are you open and willing and ready to receive it? And with that openness, that willingness, equals activation. You have to work on it. When God already sent you a message like talk to Rochie. Talk to Rochie about her blog. It means that Rochie will actually do something about your business, that she would spread the news, right, about your business. Or for example, oh my gosh, I don't have money right now. I don't have money to pay my bills. You have tons of bags there that you're not using.
Mhm.
Sell it.
Yeah.
Sell it. There's so many solutions that you can actually do. Again, the question is being trapped and being stuck in a situation is again, it's you. It's all you, right?
Oh, yeah, Jenny, you just reminded me of one story. I don't know who told it to me. I think it was back in grade school, but it just popped out of nowhere. It,
That's why you're smiling.
yeah, because it's just one of them. The story goes like this: there was this one person who was trapped in flood. You know, in the Philippines, we always get flood, right? So if the flood is going up, he's in his roof, of his
I
house
think I
already,
did. I think I
and
told you this.
yeah, and you know what? It was still raining so hard, so he keeps on praying. It's like, God, please. help me, please help me. So there's
Out of
one.
here. Get me out of here.
Yeah, get me out of here. I don't want to die, right? So a boat passed, like one of those lifeboats. And then the guy said, "Oh, come over here." And then he's like, "Oh, no, 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 it's okay. Go ahead." And then he's like, "Lord, please, I don't want to die. Please help me in this one." So another boat came.
Yeah.
There's only one spot left. There are like five people in the raft boat, and there's only one spot left. It's like, take the spot. And he's like, "Oh, no, no, it's okay. Go ahead. I'm praying here. God will hear my
God will help.
prayers." Yeah. So until this time, he was like, it's already flooded. The roof is almost like caving in. And he's like, "Lord, please help me." And then last minute, there's a chopper
Yeah.
that arrived there. And he's like, oh, they were like yelling at him to hold onto the rope so
Yeah.
that, he could be rescued. And then he's like, "No, I don't want to be on the rope because I might fall on the water. I
Yes.
can't hold on this one." So they're like, "Go ahead, go ahead." So they can't force him. Finally, that person died.
Yes.
And then he met
Met up
he
with God.
yeah, he met God, and he's like, "God, I was very loyal to you. I prayed so much. I don't like to die in water. Why did you do this?" And then God had just told him, "You know what? There was a boat. I sent a boat for you, which was empty, and you said no. I sent another raft boat with just one spot. That is for you, but you said no. I even sent a chopper just for you to hold on to the rope, and you said no." And then that reminded me of that question. It's like, you have to do something because
Yes.
he's providing things already,
Yes.
and
And
we have to work on it.
it's so funny how people complain about their lives, not knowing how blessed you are. You see, you probably heard this many times. You have to be grateful, you have to be grateful, you have to be grateful, right? And then, oh yeah, I always thank God, really. You thank God for what you want, right? Not what you
Mhm.
have. Not what you have. When you thank God for what you have, not just what you want, it will keep on coming. When you want something, definitely you can have it. And see people when they already have it, they forget about it.
Mhm.
Ah, I already have the money wings on me bottle. I'm not gonna drink that anymore. Oh, I have this already. I'm gonna see until your house is already full of junk and you don't need
Mhm.
that anymore. Same goes with our physical body, right? Same goes with our physical body. When you want love and relationship, you already have love and relationship. And then after a while, oh, I'm not happy anymore with this person. I want somebody new, right? Or I want a house. Oh, I'm not happy with the house anymore. I want to renovate this. This house is no longer, and there's only two people living there. So you want more and more and more and more and more, right? And it's okay as long as you can manage to have more and as long as you're happy. But do not forget to be grateful.
Mm.
Because at the end of the day, you know what happened 2020? A lot of people passed. At the end of the day, all these living things, all the things that you have here on Earth, on this planet Earth, it's gonna go. It's not. You won't be able to bring that with you. But the only
Yes.
thing, right? But the only thing that you can actually enjoy while you're here in this beautiful planet is the love that you felt, the love that you have received and give to other people, the happy vacations that you enjoyed and experienced with your family, the food that you eat and it's so good while having dinner with. See, maybe people will be like, "Oh my God, Jenny, that's not all. That's not life." Go ahead. Enjoy your life the way you want it, and we will enjoy our lives the way we want it. We cannot please them to understand what our happiness, because we have different types of happiness, right? We have different
Mhm.
types of happiness. But you really have to be grateful at all times, grateful for what you have. and even grateful for what you don't have yet. Because when you are already grateful for the things that you don't have yet, it will come.
Mm.
The universe and God, their job is to give you happiness, love, prosperity, abundance, kindness, good health. But if you're not willing to accept that, and you just feel your energy or your body with all these negative things, oh my God, I don't like my looks, I don't like my hair, I don't like how I smile. Girl, boy, you only have you. You only
Yes.
have you.
Yeah, was that is so nice, Jenny. Now let's talk about something that I know most people are afraid of, and that is actually quieting down, or what some people would say meditation.
Yes.
Why? Because I've been I've been one of those two who refuse to quiet my mind because I don't want to see things as they are, or to be
Mhm.
honest with what I really want. So since our topic for tonight is about healing and
Yeah.
looking at our faces or what we really are for
Mhm.
2021, let's get started with a meditation from
All
you.
right. I'm
Okay.
always excited to share meditations for everybody and to all my friends and the family members who's watching us right now. I'm pretty sure that you already know that I love doing meditations. I call it my alone time as well. Meditation is it's not an extra activity for you. Actually, when you're sitting down, when you're working or you're doing something, even if you're busy, all you have to do is sit or even stand up or walk. You call that meditations. Meditation is not to silence your mind. Meditation is not to tell your body to shut off. Meditation is when you allow your spirit, your energy, your love, your feelings to be in one sacred space. Meditation is when you allow God to speak to you through your silence. And meditation is when you allow yourself to just fully embrace the peace that you want to have. Because, in the physical world, there's always chaos. The outside your world, there's so many things going on there. Even if you're sleeping, even if you're whatever you do, right? But meditation will give you a sense of peace, even just for 5 minutes. So let me begin with the breathing exercise, breathing meditation. Okay. So when you want to begin with your meditation, you don't have to do it 10 minutes, 20 minutes. You don't even have to go on YouTube or listen to music. You don't have to do that because you are peaceful itself. All you have to do is to tap on that peacefulness within you. Being at peace is part of your feelings and your energy. Okay, so as happiness, so as sadness. Okay, so you have to be aware. You have to be aware of your existence. You have to be aware of your feelings. You have to be aware of your energy and your breathing. So when we breathe, I want you to visualize and I want you to know that you exist in this physical world. I don't want you to deny yourself that people would always think that when you meditate, you have to be somewhere. No, sit still. You have to be there. So let's begin with closing your eyes, palms open, place it on your lap, and just relax your shoulders. And let's breathe through our nose and open your mouth and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And now you feel relaxed, you feel light. And now I want you to shift your awareness or your focus, your awareness to your third eye or the chakra between your eyebrows. And you're going to see or visualize this beautiful color in front of you. And I want you to recognize your feelings. I want you to acknowledge your feelings. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you in pain? Are you anxious? I want you to just feel those feelings and slowly allow your breath to release all your energies that don't serve you anymore. And slowly breathe in through your nose and open your mouth and release all those negative feelings and thoughts and energies that don't serve you anymore. And let's stay here for 3 more beautiful breaths. Just allow your heart to release all those energies off your heart or your chest. And now place your hands together, put your hands together in a prayer position and bow down your head. And let's breathe in slowly and gently breathe out. And now slowly open your eyes and smile.
Nice.
As simple as it as even just like for 3 to 5 minutes of your breathing, it's really important. And when you practice meditation, I want you to stay away from all this meaning and thoughts that you have to define meditation like, oh, it's very un-Catholic or very, it's not religious or uh, it's beyond, it's too spiritual for me. Meditation is when you just sit in silence. It's your alone time.
Quiet
Meditate,
time.
quiet time. Meditation is just say and tell yourself that I deserve this. I deserve this. Again, it's not an extra activity for you. To some people, it's easy. Some people, it's really hard. I have clients who has ADD, ADHD. I have clients who has PTSD, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very challenging for me to teach them and to guide them with the meditation. But the happiest moment of my life is when they tell me that, Jenny, I'm doing it on my own. I'm doing it on my own. Again, the minute you tell yourself that, you know what, I'm tired, that's it. That's the cue. That's the cue there. That's the key. Then sit in that corner. You can talk to God. Meditation is when you also talk to God. Meditation is praying, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you want to do. But I always like tell people, praying is when you ask God for something, when you thank God for something. But meditation is when you sit in silence and you allow God to speak to you. Can you
Mhm.
imagine? God will speak
Yes.
God always speaks to us. And when you listen, you'll be surprised how powerful He is to really connect to you. You have to
Mhm.
be fair. If you're asking for something, allow Him to speak to you too.
Yeah, not one-way street, right?
Yes, yes. And I love meditation. I love being in silence because that really fills me up. It
Mhm.
energizes. Every morning, I do have a practice. I have a spiritual practice. I meditate. I write my daily affirmation and my gratitude affirmation. Even Oprah, Tony Robbins, Ellen, all these people that you see who are very successful, they do have a spiritual practice. Again, it doesn't matter if it's praying, if it's alone time, if it's writing. You just want to make sure that you include yourself to your daily life. You just don't give away your time and your energy to other people. And then at the end of the day, you're tired. I'm like, I'm so exhausted, Jenny. I don't know what to do. The first thing that I always ask my clients is that, what did you do today? Oh, I take good care of this. I work, la 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 la. Everything is outside her work.
Outside. Mhm.
And I said, okay, now I understand why you're exhausted and you're tired. Because you didn't fill in your own body and your soul. So my advice, and I want you to take this away with you. You pray and meditate every morning while you're drinking your coffee or your tea or your cocoa. Write your affirmation. I am happy and grateful now that I am this. I am enough. I love myself. I'm happy and grateful that my husband is so loving that he's washing the dishes for me. I'm happy and grateful that my children are sweeping the floor. I'm happy and grateful for my roof. Happy and grateful for the food in my fridge. I'm happy and grateful for my family, my children, all of this. Do not stop, especially when you're feeling down. Start saying how grateful you are. Start
Yes.
declaring how grateful you are, because that will change the vibration, the frequency of your energy. When you have low vibration, the only way to feel that when you want to shift that low vibration to high vibration is think about your gratitude. Think about
Yes.
all the things that you have. Oh my God, it's so amazing, so simple, and yet so powerful.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you so much, Jenny. Okay, guys, grabe. We do have
Very
life
high.
coaching and spiritual coaching all at the same time, and even a meditation session. Thank you
Ah,
so much, Jenny.
thank
But you
you.
know
Are
what?
we done? Are we finished? I don't want to end this yet.
Not yet. I just want to say thank you for this one because you know what? That's what I always say. We always wanted to, to be better every new year.
Yes.
And what's the there's no better way to start the year or to start something than to start with ourselves, our healing, because
Yes.
everything starts with ourselves. That's why I always share that to everyone I know. I share it on Instagram. I share it on Facebook because you know what? At the end of the day, it's us. It's
Yes.
only us that we have.
Yes.
Because I learned that the hard way. You cannot control everything. I mean, just that's what 2020 is all about. Everything was beyond our control. It's only us.
Yes.
The only control we have is
The only,
ourselves.
yes, and also you cannot control the situation or the people. You can only control your reaction towards the
Exactly.
situation and that person. So if you are going to allow yourself to be affected in such a way that will hurt you and hurt other people, then that's your own thing to that's your own ordeal, right? So I'm here to give you advice or to talk about life and this, but if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine, because our job, Rochie's job, and our job, and everybody else's job, including you who's watching right now, your job is to have a strong foundation of love and light in you. So when you share your love to others, you are going to receive that love back. And you're not going to get tired and exhausted over and over again. You don't want to end up being sick. You don't want to stop from helping people just because you weren't able to help yourself, right? Even when you're on the plane, right? The pilot would always say that, hey, you first,
Yes.
buckle in, and then you first, and then take good care
Oxygen
of
first.
oxygen first. So yes, it is true. It is true. But do not be afraid if someone wants to reach out to you and say that I can help you.
Mhm.
Let go of your ego, let go of your pride. When someone asks you, like, hey, I'm here for you, grab that opportunity, even if you don't have any issues, because maybe that person who said that I'm here for you is actually the one who needs you,
It's you.
right?
Mhm.
So just be kind, just be loving. It's hard, especially in this world. It's hard to be always loving because of all the traumas that you've encountered in the past. But if you're going to bring that every day in your life, then you're wasting the energy, because every single day, the minute you wake up in the morning, you are regenerating new energies. So you have a choice. Are you going to pull in back all the negative energies that happened to you yesterday, or set that aside and smile? It's a brand new day, right? All the time.
Yes.
But I'm not saying that you have to wake up daily with that, but as much as you can, it's your job to make yourself and make your life happy at all times. And don't feel miserable just because you see someone is miserable. You want to help these people who are in misery. You don't want to belong there, and create a tribe of miseries. No, be that light in someone else's darkness.
Yes. Amen.
Yeah.
No, actually, that's a good way, because you know what I always say, and also what one of our friends Jill used to say: you
Yeah.
cannot give from an empty cup.
Yes, I miss her.
I know, right? The Queen of Cups. So we always have to fill our cups, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So, anyways, Rochi, I really appreciate. I know it's already we're
Yeah.
6 o'clock. I mean, 6 o'clock
Yes.
in California.
Mhm.
I
So
really want to thank you for this opportunity, for letting me speak my truth and speak my feelings
yes,
and my mind and share it to other people, because this is the only way that I can really help you guys.
yes. Oh,
Right?
invite them to your website.
Oh yeah. So if you want a one-on-one life coaching or healing online, I do distance Reiki healing. I also do distance life coaching, and I am also a business coach, online business coach. So as Rochi here, so if you want to learn more about my services, you can go to purplelightreikihealing.com, or Rochi can actually write down
Yes,
my
I will put it
details.
there in the. I would put it in the description box. It's purple light
Reiki.
reikihealing.com.
Yes. And also, do not forget that every Saturday we do have Expose and Express live online show with Rochi as well. And she's a celebrity. She's like everywhere, every day. So anyway, so yeah, on our Expose and Express episode, it's gonna be overeating. Let me just so the title is overcome binge eating, overeating, and emotional eating. Oh my God, I was just
Oh,
telling you about me being bulimic. Yeah, so our guest is Felicia. Well, you know what, Rochi, you can actually, she's a health coach. So since you can actually also ask her later on
yes.
to be
Mhm.
part of her show. So I do have an event. It's a meditation, not medication, for anxiety and depression. So if you want a one-on-one healing meditation with me, please go to my website. All you have to do, or you can send me a message. All you have to do is say that I need healing because we will never know that you need something if you're not gonna ask or
Yeah.
reach out. So we're here to serve you, we're here to help you, and we're happy to do that together with Rochie. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you so much, Jenny, and thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. And I hope you got some nice tidbits from us, and hopefully, you also enjoyed the meditation that we had. So, for next week, don't forget we have another guest, and I'm sure it's also about healing, but it's a different one. So don't forget next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in New Jersey or in the East. That's 5 p.m. Pacific Time, and that will be Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Manila time. So don't forget Getting Candid with Rochie. Thanks, Jenny.
Thank you. I
Thanks,
love you,
everyone.
Manila. I love you, Manila. Thank you, California. Thank you, New Jersey. Thank you, world.